Well, hello guys, and welcome back to another Infinity Train review. In this episode, we're taking a look at Season 1, Episode 4, The Chrome Car and the Ball Pit Car. Now, I admittedly haven't edited Episode 3 yet, but it might get cut out where I mentioned ball pits never end well. And this isn't even like a trope of like media, whether it be fiction or real life. Having a ball pit never ends well. So, well, that and the fact that this is the last episode before the finale, I knew shit was going to go down in the ball pit car. Because their ball pits never end well. And now you may think, oh, that's leading to I have ball pit trauma. Actually, not really. Ball pits are fun. But they never end well. They never do. They never do. But yeah, all that aside, let's just get into the actual episode. They're both pretty good. They're both pretty good episodes. But the Chrome Car, starts with them getting out of a jelly bean car, and Tulip pulls out her Swiss Army knife, non-branded multi-tool, which is the first time we've seen this, and of course it's the first time we've seen this for a reason, because it's going to play a role in the episode. Yeah, so they go into the next car, and it's this Chrome Car, and it's like they're on ice, they can glide around. They have a little fun in the Chrome Car, but then they find the door, but the door doesn't work, and then Tulip notices that her reflection is off. Her reflection isn't mimicking her. And she finds out that her reflection is alive, that she's able to talk to her reflection. Okay, I'm going to be honest, I'm a little biased towards this episode right off the gate, because I love tropes like this. I love the idea of like the mirror universe or the reflection universe and switching sides and all that. It's really good. This is a trope I just really like, and this episode does a really good job at it. So yeah, Tulip learns that to get the door open, the mirror herself, her prime self, and her mirror self have to switch places, and they happen to open the door from both sides. I think I don't think they actually had to switch places. I bet they just both had to open the door, but it was just a trick of Mirror Tulip to get the door open. But they switch, and I like when it switched to tell that mirror, like they're in the mirror world, because everything's chrome, the colors don't really change. But Tulip herself, her colors get a little bit, all of the characters' colors get a little bit more muted, right? They go down a shade or two. It's nice. It's a nice little visual indicator. But Chrome Tulip, Mirror Tulip, says that no, she's not going to switch back. She's going to stay as the Prime Tulip and leave Tulip stuck in the mirror dimension. Okay, yeah, no, she's basically playing the villain of the episode for the minute. And yeah, no, it's not a bad idea. And I like how it's like Mirror Tulip is following like the idea that instead of being like an evil clone, which is a very common version of this, she's an opposite clone. Her personality is the opposite of Tulip. Tulip is very conservative in her mannerisms and whatnot. But Mirror Tulip is very open. She's very freeform. So yeah, I like that. And then we see Mirror 1-1 and Mirror Atticus, and Mirror Atticus is shy, while Mirror 1-1, it's just more serious, I guess. We don't spend very long with them, because in a great joke, Mirror 1-1 calls the cops, and the mirror police show up, and so do mirror paramedics. They take Mirror Atticus and 1-1 and give them hot cocoa and drive them off, so they're out of the episode, and instead it's just the mirror police. And yeah, the mirror police have great designs. It's a super funny concept, because they explain that Tulip's reflection has gone rogue, so they call her Sliver. They call her a sliver, like a sliver of a cracked mirror. That's kind of cleverish. But they kidnap Tulip because they're going to have to sand down Mirror Tulip. But again, showing the multi-tool again, Prime Tulip, this is where we get the whole Prime and Mirror thing. Prime Tulip's able to pick her lock with the mirror thing. She's able to escape to try to go catch normal Tulip, or Mirror Tulip. It's complicated. And then the cops are going to go into the Prime universe to catch the Mirror Tulip. And they put on like these gloves and this weird like face mask because that's how they get through. It looks creepy, but it's also, I think, well, like, it's a good excuse of, like, this is why they can't normally go into the mirror world. This is what they have to do. It's, like, protective masks. I think that's really good, but yeah. 1-1 and Atticus distract the cops while Tulip goes after her mirror self. The mirror self is unable to leave the car because she still needs to reflect something. She needs to reflect Tulip, and so she's stuck in the car. Okay, it makes enough sense, I guess. And so Mirror Tulip's about to give up because, as we've seen, Tulip has grown as a person. That means Mirror Tulip hasn't. And I also like that they don't, like, retroactively, like, create it where, oh, Mirror Tulip was just created when they enter the car. Kind of like the Dark Pit idea of doing things. No, Mirror Tulip has always been around. She's always been with Tulip. That allows the episode to take advantage of them, and like Mirror Tulip is able to point out normal Tulip's flaws and like how she would always just go seclude herself in her room. She's not one who asks for help. And again, we're seeing how much Tulip has grown as a person, and that she recognizes she needs help, and she recognizes that Mirror Tulip needs help. It's all very, like, it doesn't feel forced or anything. This all feels like natural progression of the character that we've seen in the past, 6 episodes? It's all very organic. The show has done a good job building up to this moment of Tulip having grown so much as a person. So they both make a run for the door. There's a little chase scene, because they switch back also at this point, and Tulip realizes to get Mirror Tulip out of it, she needs to have Mirror Tulip reflect herself. So she used it earlier when she was scrolling through the multi-tool. Again, all things come in threes. There's this rule where, like, comedy works in threes that I am a believer in, but I don't think it stops there. I feel like a lot of things come in threes. That's just an easy way to do storytelling. Our main characters, for example, Tulip, 1-1, and Atticus. 3 characters. I know 1-1 is technically 2 characters, but you get my point, right? A lot of things come in threes. It's just an easy way to do it. But yeah, she's able to pull Mirror Tulip out with her pocket mirror again, 3 times. And when she pulls her out, her hair gets cut. But hey, now that Mirror Tulip is reflecting off of the pocket knife, multi-tool, whatever, she's able to leave the mirror car, and they're able to get into the next car, outrunning the police, which, yeah, okay. And then they're in the next car, and it's like a bank, but all the people are pencils. And Tulip's like, oh, come journey with us. And Mirror Tulip's like, no, I'm not you, Tulip. I don't listen to you. I'm now my own person. Also, Tulip gets her multi-tool back. She just detaches the mirror. So yeah, Tulip can now... Tulips can still go on her adventure, but Mirror Tulip can do whatever she wants. She's now her own person. This is something that I don't know if it's going to come back next episode or something, because she's off doing her own adventure. I hope this comes back at a later point, whether this be another season or something. This is an idea I really like, and I hope they use it again. Like I said, I don't think it's going to come back next episode, but maybe next season would be pretty stellar. It'd be cool to see this character again. Because, she's different than Tulip. And she also doesn't have a name. And Tulip's like, you become your own person. You pick your own name. My first idea was just like, oh, what if, right? The normal mirror convention is just to flip the name. You know, the Alucard principle. So Mirror Tulip would be what? Pilot? Well, it's a pilot with a U. I'd still pronounce it pilot. It's okay. You can do better. But then Mirror Tulip convinces Tulip that, the number doesn't matter, because Mirror Tulip doesn't have a number, because, yeah, that makes sense. So Tulip also decides to take off her glove and see her number, and her number is down to 3. So like I said, we're near the end here. Her number's always near the bottom. But I do think it was important for the character to grow for her to not see the number in the previous 2 episodes, or previous 1 episode-ish. Yeah, basically 1 episode. It was an important growing point for her, and I felt like we weren't really missing anything without it, because we knew it was going down. We knew that she was still growing, and we knew that the train was accepting her and all that. But yeah, I think this episode's pretty good. I enjoy it. I'm biased towards the mirror stuff, but I really enjoy it. I enjoy the rule, like there are strict rules for how the mirror stuff works, and they don't cheat it or anything. I don't feel like they cheated. I think the pocket mirror thing and reflecting herself was actually very clever. And the mirror cops are kind of fun. I mean, it's a fun idea, and I like their whole setup. Overall, yeah, I think the episode works pretty well. I enjoyed it. Next episode, the ball pit car is... shit goes down. Nothing good happens in the ball pit. We're an episode from the finale. Shit's gonna go down. It was inevitable. So it starts off, they're in like a chart car with all these charts. They've taken a quick rest. Tulips has this little moment with 1-1 and Atticus. Then they head into the next car, and it's a ball pit car. And we get this little exchange between Tulip and 1-1 as they go into the ball pit. They have a little fun, and then Tulip has this like heart-to-heart moment with Atticus where she's like, "Oh, I'm glad you're here," and Atticus is like, "Oh no, it's good that I'm here. I went on a quest for revenge, but I value our friendship, right? And we've grown as people and all that jazz." It's a really heartwarming scene, but based on all rules of entertainment, you know exactly where this is gonna go. Yeah, the writing's kind of on the wall. But in the ball pit, they find, is it Khaki Bottoms? And he's on a quest to return the Jiggly Wiggly, which is one of those, like, it's like a... the one I had as a kid kind of looked like that, but it was blue, and there was like, is there a hole in it where, like, you could, like, rotate it and whatnot? I had one, and I don't think, you think it would, like, have popped, but I think there was just, like, a small little hole and it started to leak out. They're really entertaining. It's kind of like a Slinky, where it's just, like, bouncing it back and forth can be super entertaining. Same thing with this. I don't know if they actually have... They call it Jiggly Wiggly. I feel like they have actual names, but I don't know what it is. But, Khaki Bottoms wants them to go on this little quest, and it's all like him making it up as he goes, just him trying to have fun with it. And yeah, because they're in a ball pit, which is a very childish thing, the quest is kind of childish, and it's a lot of like, it's very nostalgia laced for me. And yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. It's very simple. It's a bunch of kids. It's like a tree fort thing where it's like a bunch of kids just like playing with their imagination. And yeah, I think it works. She climbs up this roly-dealy. They solve this tic-tac-toe puzzle, and they go through these punchy dealies, which I don't actually... I mean, like, I remember some bigger ones, but I don't remember any, like, play place near me ever having one. I don't know. I remember, like, nets and slides and, like cars where it looks like you were like driving the car or like a helicopter and there's a wheel above to spin it. But they get to prize time, which is like one of those prize counters that you'd see at like Chuck E. Cheese or something like that. I like the Randall in the jar. That's kind of cute. But so because of helping them on the quest, they get to pick a prize. So they keep the Jiggly Wiggly. And then throughout this entire sequence of her like going on the little quest, you see a shadow slinking in the background. And at this moment, they find out the shadow is what I called it the ticket taker in a previous video. I think do they call it a steward in this one? Okay. All right. Yeah. But basically, they realize that Tulip realizes shit's about to go down. So they find out where the exit is, thanks to Khaki Bottoms. And then they go to leave, but they're having to navigate through the claustrophobic space and all the arms. But she drops the Jiggly Wiggly, and they end up getting caught. And so they're trying to get away. They're trying to get to the door. And they're trying to hide, but Atticus is like, no, I went on this quest and I'm not going to cower before one of my dragons. Great line, great delivery from Atticus. Fantastic. But he goes to fight the thingy while the others slip away, but they don't slip away and instead are caught by the robot line thingy from the cat's car, which is now like this giant hulking robot with a cloak, which in a minute we'll find out is the conductor. So yes, it's the conductor, and it calls the other robot, the slinker, it's Steward, and they capture Tulip. And the conductor says that, oh, if you had just stayed in your car, your Wisconsin-themed car, everything would have gone perfect for you. But no, you just had to go around, you had to take 1-1, you had to remove Atticus from his place, all that jazz. 1-1 runs away, the cat's also there, the cat just wants their freedom, the conductor tells her to go get Atticus, and they're both shot up by the steward. Yeah, so 1-1's dead. Shit's going down. And then so they capture Tulip, and it's, oh, she's all out of her place. Everything's out of her place. None of this would have happened. Right? It's just shitting on Tulip and how her quest is pointless and all that jazz. So the conductor catches Atticus, and he blasts him with like this ray thing, which at first Tulip thinks he's dead. And then also the conductor and the stewards slink away, and they destroy the entrance to the door, so now they're trapped in the ball pit car. But Atticus, so he looks like he's dead, but he actually turns into one of those like cockroaches from the first episode, starts trying to steal her soul, but like something's up with it. It's self-aware in like some way, and eventually she finds out 1-1 isn't dead. I hope the cat's not dead either. I do, but she's able to trap the cockroach Atticus in like one of the ball pit slides things with a dome, and it's trapped in there, and that's where the episode ends with 1-1 telling Tulip to cry, and she does, and it's a great little moment. But shit just hit the fan. And yeah, it's a jam-packed little ending. It works really well. It does make me, I don't know, something about me feels like I'm missing a piece of the puzzle. Like, there's definitely something, right? The whole stay in your seat, you shouldn't have gone on these adventures. I get removing Atticus from his, like, Corgi kingdom. He was supposed to, like, stay there. I get that part, but, like, Tulip's not part of the show. Presumably these, I mean, unless the Corgis, unless they were just normal dogs who wandered on the train and then became, like, talking dogs, I feel like, I've always thought that, he was just created as part of the car. Which makes me wonder again how he was turned into one of these cockroaches, unless he was one of these cockroaches that was turned into a dog, which would be interesting. I don't know. A lot of shit's gonna hit the fan next episode. I am really interested, but there's just a piece of the puzzle I feel like I'm overlooking. And I don't know what it is. Because I thought they were going to try to capture 1-1, but instead they just tried to destroy them. What does that mean? What significance does that mean? Also, 1-1 mentions in the previous one that he's been having memory issues. So what else does that mean? I mean, I know it's because of the reset at the end of the unfinished car, but just a little detail. I've got all the pieces are here. At least they should be. So I feel like I'm missing something. But I am excited. This is a good show, man. These are both good episodes. I definitely liked Chrome Car more, but the climax of the ball pit car, just like, it was really well done. It's a lot of the things that we've been building up to, finally meeting the conductor and all this jazz, and it's all of our setup we need for the finale. Oh, this is gonna be good. But I'm rambling at this point, so I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.